So first thing, if you've made it to this video right here, you've made it to this video, I want to take a moment and I want to say congratulations. You made it into the Focused Achiever community. You made that decision. Congratulations. So you got to this video right here. In doing this work in success and motivation, we call it the few who do versus the many who talk. The fact is, so many talkers out there, right? So many people talking about how they're about going to do this and about how they're going to do that and all these different things. And so when somebody makes a decision like you did, you made a decision, you said, you know what, I'm going to get after it. I'm going to dive back in. I'm going to dig back in. I'm going to roll my sleeves. I'm going to take a shot at doing something great in my life. It's like if there's ever any one last run, it's like, let's do it. Let's really throw ourselves and push ourselves into the environment here in the Focused Achiever community. So again, you're part of the few who do versus the many who talk. You made that decision. You've come on board with us. You're watching now the welcome video. And so again, I just want to take a moment and I like to say that, people like us, we're like cut from the same cloth. I attract a certain breed of people, and I'm sure you attract a certain breed of people in your life. People that aren't up to doing much, they're usually hanging around with other people that aren't doing very much. And so this is that really great, great opportunity here. So again, I just want to take a moment and just say congratulations, welcome aboard. And I'm going to just do the best I can to just kind of lay out, what the direction looks like and what the thrust looks like. For some of you that have registered into our platform, some of you might know my work and might have been around my work for many, many years. Some of you might be new to my work. So I'm just going to give you a quick little 30-second background. I've been doing this work now for 33 years, 33, 34 years. Trained over 3,000 companies. Tony Robbins, #1 income earner, top producer, broke every sales record, every income record. Moved over 25 times in 5 years. I'm the author of 4 best-selling books. I'm really, really excited about that. An audio course creator, and so it's been our life's passion and our life's mission to not just work with people, but to really coach people and to coach people into going to levels like they've never been before. I kind of have a little bit of a taint feeling in the coaching industry in today's world. And the reason is because it's so easy in today's world to become a coach. Like you could literally go to the Holiday Inn, sit in a chair for, a couple days, get a certificate that says life coach. And now, these people are off, building courses, writing books, giving life advice and health and fitness and finance. And, they got a couple days in theory at a hotel, getting a little badge, a little certificate. So I think that people have got to earn their credentials. I think that after doing this work now for 3.5 decades almost, and training over 3,000 companies and emerging as Robbins' #1 trainer, that we're not making these things up. So as I was sharing with one of my friends this morning, it's like, when I was brand new in the industry, you'd like make things up. You're like, I don't know. I think it works. I'm not sure. Let's give it a shot. You're just still kind of in the testing phase. But after 3.5 decades, you're super clear. Like you're clear about what works. You're clear about what doesn't work. And we've been canning the process of taking pieces that we've been doing with our clients now for so many years, and always working at how to get better in those areas. How do you take that and squeeze every ounce into that process of whatever that process is. So we're excited. So what I'm getting at is that you can rest assured that what we're going to share are the same skills, the same tools, the same philosophies, the same strategies, the same wisdoms that we share with our 10,000, our 20,000, our $30,000 paying coaching clients. We're just creating a platform that allows for more people to reach our work and more people to touch our work without having to come in and pay thousands of dollars to get access to the work. And so creating a community was so important for me to create a culture, an environment. And one of the things I recognize, so for years I ran a team, it's called the A Team. And the A team are all my high-end coaching clients that pay me a lot of money to be part of my coaching work. And so all of our team players, the A team, are all clients throughout the country, none here in Colorado. I just wanted to raise my family, so I didn't have any clients in Colorado. Just make sure everybody was like within 1,000 miles away. We'll coach you over the phone, but I'm at the bus stop, with my kid, or volleyball, or Boy Scouts, or something of that nature. And so one of the things I recognized is people would pay all this money, and even though it was, hey, I'm going to hire Brett as my coach, what they really got is a culture. What they really got is an environment. See, most people are placed in an environment that doesn't really allow for them to grow, doesn't really allow for them to become all they can be. They're in an office, maybe if they're in production, or they're, working for a company or what have you. They're in an office with what most of the people are just average and ordinary. It's like clock in, clock out, check in, check out. It's a job, it just over broke, right? It's just another, I'm too afraid to take risks and things of that nature. And hey, I get it. I mean, people have jobs, and a lot of times entrepreneurs are like, dude, listen, I have a job, but I'm getting the hell out of that thing. I'm going to become an entrepreneur. I'm going to make it happen. And so it was really amazing, because we would take these people from different parts of the country. They'd pay me $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to come in to hire me as a personal coach for a 60-day period of time. But the way we were able to extrapolate the most out of that person was not just by me giving them content, and holding them accountable and making firm decisions on certain things, but placing them into an environment that raised their standards. It's like they couldn't be part of our culture in the A team if they weren't willing to play full out, if they weren't willing to, be at risk, if they weren't willing to contribute to the community. So when I just made the decision, I had recently went to Russell Brunson Funnel Hacking Live in Vegas, and all these great speakers and all this great entertainment. It was like 8,000 people. It was fantastic. And I got on the plane. I had received a book called Predictable Profits by Stu McLaren. And I started reading it, and I was like, man, this is it right here. It's like I can create a platform like we did for the A team, bring people together, watch people rise, rank, people that make a decision, says, hey, I'm going to use this community not as an opportunity to so much take from, but to give to. And what I mean by give to is our 18 players throughout all those years was really about giving results. Not necessarily giving advice, but giving results. Here, I'm going to show you what works. Boom, book written. Here, I'm going to show you what works in the gym 10 days in a row now. I'm going to show you what works, by producing XYZ amount of sales calls or revenue or whatever that might be. I'm going to show you that it works. So our A team players weren't, going around amongst each other for the most part. Not saying that from time to time they didn't share, different strategies or ideas maybe that worked for them personally, but we like to share successes, victories, results, things of that nature. So welcome aboard into the community. Welcome into our dubbed A team, our Focused Achievers group, which we're super excited to be an opportunity again for you. Maybe it's at, hey, when I worked with Tony Robbins, Tony always said, if you guys can't become all you can be on my watch, you'll probably never do it. And I did. And on Tony's watch, he helped pull the best out of me. And what my outcome is with you is to pull the best out of you. And people will ask invariably when they step into our work, and they'll say, okay, well, Brett, how do I get the most out of this? And I say, well, it's just like anything in life. Whatever you put into it is whatever you get out of it. So if you put a little in, you'll get a little out. I mean, it's not the other way around. It's not like, hey, I'm going to put a lot and get a little out. No, I mean, you're going to get whatever you put in. So my invitation to you as a new founding member, I'm really excited about this, a new founding member of our Focused Achievers group, is to really play full out, is to, really step up into the zone of your own personal greatness. It says, once and for all, I'm going to get this book done. Maybe for an example, you're writing a book and you just haven't been able to pull it out of yourself. You say, I'm going to lose this much weight, and you just haven't been able to pull it out of yourself. Or you say, I'm going to go produce this much business or this much income, and you haven't been able to pull it out of yourself. And so we created a program here, a platform for $97 a month, $3 a day. It's that whole cup of coffee a day, to be part of the platform that will allow for you to rise rank, to be accountable, to make firm decisions about things that you're going to have happen, to be accountable to those decisions, and then be able to access our resources. So we'll be fully engaged. This will be a really hands-on platform. I'll be fully involved. We'll be doing weekly trainings. We'll have, we'll probably I don't believe that school has the ability to do live platforms, so we'll find some other platform that allows for a live, whether that's Zoom or Facebook Live or whatever that is, but allow for us as a community to come together via video training. This will be an opportunity to go into the classroom there on the school platform, access different courses that we'll create. So maybe there will be a course, for an example, on state management, like how to master your state, right? How to really be able to master your state of mind, inside and out. So we'll have different courses. So like this will be a welcome video, and then we'll have a training on decision making, and then we'll have a training on sabotage, and kind of these different bites, and each video maybe be 10, 15, 12, 20 minutes, who knows, somewhere in that. But my outcome is to give you the best of what we can give you in these bites. So in the early minutes of this, training platform, I don't have it all figured out. I mean, meaning we're still learning like much of the platform of school. We're looking at what it can do, what it can't do. And I have a friend of mine, his name is Blake Newbar. And for some of those that are watching, Blake and his success. And Blake's 37 years young. He's done probably now 40 to 50 million in online business, online sales. Just the greatest guy in the whole world. But he has his whole thing, which really transformed my thinking, was he has what's called the imperfect launch. Like, I remember he said that a perfect launch was a late launch. Because while you're working for perfection, somebody else is launched, somebody else is making revenue, somebody else is building, somebody else is making impact while you're sitting around, tinkering with getting it to be perfected. So this is going to be something where we'll course correct along the way, we'll learn along the way, but you're plugged in. We'll have some content right now for you. We'll constantly be adding content into this training platform, which we're super excited about. So participate fully. Also, I like to tell people, just don't go into hiding. I mean, really, use this platform as an opportunity for once and for all, get things done. Really tap back into your hunger, develop, disciplines that allow for you to be, what I like to call being battle gear ready. Like you're ready for battle. It's like, bring it on, dude. And setting yourself up with a set of new disciplines starting at the top of the day, and really looking at those disciplines and really making whatever adjustments that you must make in order to, once and for all, conquer what it is that you're setting out to conquer by using the Focused Achievers platform to get you there quicker, sooner, and faster. So again, we just kind of made it from a price point. It's like $25 a week, dude. It's like, that's not the price of what it takes. So I like to say there's inner equity and outer equity. So outer equity is the equity that we hold in our wallet. So that's outer equity. That's something, okay, great, here's how much it is. Boom, here's some money. Inner equity is hunger. Inner equity is perseverance, it's dedication, it's commitment, it's resolve, it's drive. It's all the inner equity. So now that the outer equity is paid, it's like, now it's inner equity. Now it's like, okay, outer equity paid, done, boom. But you can't go back to that, right? To get to your success, you've got to tap into that. So what I'd really say is to dig into that place of hunger, just get so hungry to create that success for yourself, where maybe for some, and I know my own personal self from time to time, you just like, sometimes in life you're hungrier than other times in life. And sometimes in life you're just like absorbed with it and obsessed with it. So I invite you to really, not go into hiding, not disappear, not like, hey, he said he's going to go do X, Y, Z, or she said she's going to go do X, Y, Z, but they're not holding themselves accountable. They're not bringing themselves fully to, the community and the team. So, one of the things I learned about these types of platforms is that people come for the content, but stay for the community. And I think about it because I'm up in the morning, my alarm goes off at 4:45 or 3. My alarm goes off Monday through Friday at 3:55 a.m. So 3:55, boom, my alarm's going off. I'm on the pavement at 4:35, and I'm on the pavement at 4:35, and I ride 4 miles into the gym. Now here in Colorado, many mornings at 4:30, it's cold as hell. It could be 10 degrees, and I'm on a bicycle at 4:30 in the morning at 57-year-old dude. You know why? Because I'm hungry, and I go to my gym because they got weights there, but I stay for the community. I pass 3 other gyms as I go down these 4 miles. I pass 3 other gyms. I could be a member of any of these other gyms, but I go for the content. I stay for the community. So again, get hooked in with the community. Get to know some of your members. When you come into the environment, you're going to be asked a few different questions, such as, what are you here to have happen? What's your outcome here? What is that one hard decision that you're going to make? Maybe it's to quit smoking. Maybe it's to lose weight. Maybe it's to finish that book. Maybe it's to make a certain amount of money. Maybe it's to gather a certain relationship in your life and begin to build on that relationship and to begin to grow out that relationship. So whatever that is, this is the Focused Achiever community. This is the culture and environment that if you allow yourself to become all that you can ever possibly be and do it right now. And again, it's like you made a decision. You made that when you said, yes, join this club, boom, let's go. Now it's like join the gym. I mean, dude, don't skip leg days, right? And this is when you go, okay, I just signed a contract for the gym. I'm going to get myself into the gym. So again, just allow for myself at the front of the helm here to, if I may say that, but at the front of the helm to lead our team to give the guidance necessary in order for you, again, once and for all, where you say, that's it, no more, enough's enough. And I really do believe this as well, that you've got to be in a place where, and we're going to talk about this here on a separate video piece about making hard decisions, but you've got to be at a place right now where you say, you know what, I'm sick and tired. So I grew up with an alcoholic mom. She's always sick and tired of, waking up and having a hangover. But that never changed her. It never didn't change anything. She still woke up with hangovers, and even though she didn't like it, I'm sick and tired of this, but nothing changed until ultimately she got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired is when ultimately the brain goes, it's time to change. It's time to just make the shift. It's time to put down the smokes. It's time to put down the alcohol. It's time to get my ass into the gym. It's time to start eating healthy. It's time to start putting myself around a powerful, fun, and supportive environment and group. People that will simply just do nothing more than hold me to high standards. And so I'm privileged to get to do this work with you. Probably do many of our videos right here at the background in the scene. One of the things I really had to look at, and if I can encourage any of our viewers, is that for me, it was like, how do you lower the barrier of entrance to things? Because, in watching people's work many times, like, oh my God, look at their setup and look at their lighting and look at their this and look at their that. Oh my gosh, I could never, I just don't, that's not my forte, is that stuff. And I like to be able to go, dude, just get on video. If there's anyone that's an expert at just getting on video, it's Gary Vee. Right? I mean, Gary Vee he's in the back of cars. He doesn't care. Last thing Gary would sit around doing is go, I need better lighting, dude. He don't care if he's in the dark. Right? So again, we're going to close out here, but this video here was, again, just a welcome aboard. Super excited to have you with us as part of the Focused Achiever group. And we want to believe that at some point, and you just say, like I'd mentioned, I think we said it on the opening video. It's like, dude, we're going to get more done in the next 90 days with people for $300, like literally in 90 days, then many companies will get done with that person in a year, 2 years period of time. And we'll get done with them in over a 90-day period of time. We'll get them to take those, giant steps. Now, I know a lot of people have a different thinking and they say, oh, take those baby steps, take baby steps, And one of the books that really made a difference in my own personal life was a book that Tony Robbins wrote back in the early 90s called Giant Steps. It was this big, thick book, and it was like this, had quotes and all kinds of stuff on it, but it's called Giant Steps. And so, I think baby steps are for babies. And I'm a big guy. I want to take big steps. I'm like, bam, bam, And when I took my income from making $10,000 on one paycheck with Robbins, and it made over $100,000. So I'll just close out with this. So, and some people know the story, but I was making $10,000 a paycheck and I was feeling good about it. But I said, what can I do if I really dig in? What can I do if I really throw myself front and center? What can I do if I take this Ferrari per se out of the neighborhood, but throw it into the desert? Let's see what's under the hood. And that's what we did, and took the income from 10 to 100,000 on the very next paycheck jump, which was insane. Robbins and the company's like, oh my gosh. So the tools that we share with people and the things that we guide people to do, it's not because I read it in a book, right? A concept, a theory, an idea. I heard so and so, but this is real. These are real things. So when we use these type of tools, like what was I thinking? When I make giant moves and bold moves, what am I thinking inside of my own head? Like, what does that giant step look like? So we want to encourage you right now. Again, as we just close out, just want to encourage you to, to just be powerfully in the environment with us. Really, step up into the plate, make those hard decisions. Don't go into hiding. On the next training video we're going to do is on decision making and powerfully making decisions. So we'll kind of walk you through a little bit of that process of what that looks like. But at the end of anything that we do, it's really, what are we going to put into it? So you're in the game now, right? You paid your outer equity. Now it's your inner equity, and it's time to give it every single thing you got. So we're going to see you back, and you'll hear from me through the community. We got the community, we got the classroom, we got a leaders board. And again, a lot of these things are still being grown out, right? We're still building out some of these processes. So just stick with us in the build out process. We're going to have a lot of fun together along the journey. Thanks for being with us, and we're going to have one hell of a great time. It's time to kick ass and take names. We'll see y'all. Video number 2.